here are top 10 of my favorite animes in no particular order. Let's go! Before we start, I just want to say that none of the pictures or the music belongs to me. You know, we have to avoid that copyright. Number 1 is Black Butler because it was my very first anime, and also because, you know, who wouldn't want a demon butler? I seriously would love to have Sebastian as my demon butler. I mean, he could do everything I want, and you know, all he's asking for is your soul in return, so I think it's a fair trade. Number 2 is Ouran High School Host Club because of Tamaki and Kyoya and Hikaru and Kaoru and Mori and Honey Senpai and Commoner's Coffee, Haruhi's dad, and just everything about the show. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should watch the show. It's really good. Let's stay together. Third on this list is Fruits Baskets because who wouldn't enjoy a show about people who get turned into the animals of the zodiac when they're hugged by people of the opposite gender? It's also strangely deep and emotional, and I really enjoyed those parts of it. Number 4 is Kuroko no Basket, and I honestly had no interest in basketball until I watched this show. I honestly knew nothing about the sport, but when I started watching it, I got hooked and I fell in love with Kuroko and the rest of his team. Number 5 is Noragami because of Yato and Yukine. They're adorable, and honestly, the fighting scenes are really awesome and get really graphic, which I actually kind of like. Number 6 is Yona of the Dawn, and this is a show I have rewatched many times because of its amazing characters and artworks, and I have to say that the opening song is one of the best I've heard for a while, despite it not having any lyrics. And I really love the 4 dragons and Yona's interactions with them. Number 7 is Anohana, that flower we saw that day, and I will not attempt to pronounce the Japanese name because it is freaking long. And honestly, the show makes me cry like a baby every single time I watch it. It's not one of those shows where you just cry at the end. It's one of those shows where you cry from the first episode all the way to the last one. It's really good and you should think of watching it. Number 8 is Assassination Classroom, and when I first started watching the show, I thought it was just gonna be like a happy little show. You know, it's like it was funny, it was cute. I was not prepared for the last season, and I'm not gonna tell you what happened because I don't want to spoil it, but I cried like a baby for days. Number 9 is Baka and Test because of Hideyoshi, of course, but also because this show is really funny. This is the show I watch after watching a really depressing anime like Anohana, and it always makes me laugh no matter how many times I watch it, and there are tons of inside jokes that you're not going to get unless you watch this show, and I highly suggest this one if you're just starting to get into anime. And number 10 is Danganronpa, the animation, and these are one of these shows where you get a favorite character only to watch them die, and then you get a new favorite character only to watch them die again, which has happened to all of my favorite characters, but it was really good. The story is amazing. It's also based off of a game called Danganronpa. It has all the same characters, the storyline is exactly the same. It stays very true to the game, which is why I really like it. Oh, and I forgot to mention that all of these shows have amazing theme songs. Okay, so now are some honorable mentions, and honestly, most of these honorable mentions probably would have made it on the list if I thought of them before I made the list. And be prepared because my honorables mention list is much longer than my top 10 list. I think my honorable mention list has about 12 on it, while, you know, a top 10 only has 10. So that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and got to learn a bit about the types of anime that I like to watch. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all of that weird stuff down below. And see you guys next time, I guess, or whenever that will be.